So that is add gadget items, right? Add gadget item, add it to what? We're going to add it to our combo box. We're going to add it where? At the bottom. And we're going to call this oxygen. Okay, so now there we've added oxygen. So let's go ahead and copy this, and we can say hydrogen. Okay, and then how about chlorine? Ooh, that would be nasty, but that there are out there. CHLORINE. And then how about asteroids? What do they have? They have no atmosphere. Okay, so now we have no atmosphere. So now we got four options. Normally, you don't like to do things with texts. Texts change. People make mistakes. Maybe I accidentally typed that this way, and now I have oxygen with X and Y, and my dyslexia kicked in, and now you're using the wrong name, and I got to change the name to XY. So uh, now I've got to change text everywhere in my code. So what you really want to do is add a key value. So what you can do is you set a gadget uh, gadget item data. All right, now let's analyze that real quick. We've added a gadget item, okay, that creates a record inside our combo box. And now what we want to do is that same gadget item, I'm going to supply it an ID. I'm going to supply it a number to where I can refer to this as a number, and then I can change this name all day long, and the only thing that changes is that text. Okay, so let's come over here and say, well, we're going to set this to our combo box, right? So there's our combo box. And now I got to find that record. So let's count the items. Count gadget items. Count gadget items of what gadget? Well, that's CB data, right? But he's going to come back. This is zero base, so he's going to come back. If there's only one item, he's going to come back with the number 1. And so the number 1 item is 0. So I have to subtract 1 from that count. And then we'll come in here and say, we've got the who, now we've got us to say what. So we're going to say assign it the value of 1. All right, now here's another neat thing about this IDE. And again, this is what you put on this panel is configurable in the preference section. So you can put the help system in here, okay? And what's really cool is I can come over here and hit F1 and he jumps straight to my function. So I can say, okay, set gadget item data. You give him the gadget number. You select the item. Well, okay, we selected the item. And then you give it a value. So now I know that that's correct. See? So there's lots of ways of using the IDE to your advantage in this software. So hydrogen is going to be number 2, and we're basically hard coding these numbers, which is okay. There's lots of ways to do things. And you might be wondering why I'm copying all the code. And because you have to look at it from the thread of execution. When this runs, He'll run one time when the screen is created, and the first thing he'll do is add oxygen. Then he will count to the number, how many items do I have in there? 1 minus 1 is 0, so our item is 0. He's going to assign 1 to it. Then he's going to put in hydrogen, so now I have 2 items in there. Hydrogen index is going to be 1. So as this executes top down, we're doing the exact same code over and over and over and just assigning a new value. So there we go. We've loaded our combo box. Now, what happens after we've loaded our combo box? Well, we haven't selected a record in our combo box, right? So do we want to select no record, that's index -1, or do you want to select the first record? Okay, now there's pluses and minuses. Sometimes you want to select the -1, but then before you save your data or actually interrogate the combo box, a selection of -1 is an error because there is no record. So really what you would want to do is say, if you always got to make sure what you're doing is going to be valid, because if I just came in here and said set gadget state, our combo box is equal to 0. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy our combo box. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit the X. Hold on. So we'll copy him in here. So what we're doing is we're setting the gadget state of the combo box to item 0. Well, if item 0 doesn't exist, this is going to blow up at runtime. So what you want to do is say if count gadget items items, our combo box, is greater than 0. Now notice I'm not doing the -1, so that'll come back with there's 1 item. And now we can do our code. We go ahead and close our if. So now what we've done, we have loaded our window, we have loaded our combo box, and now we're going to count. I misspelled that, didn't I? Good, caught that. Okay, so now we're going to count gadget items, make sure we have an item in there, and we're going to select it. And then we're going to unhide the window. So when the window poofs onto the screen, that means the combo box is already fully loaded and we've already selected our first item. So let's go ahead and execute the code here and see if, in fact, that works. Cannot load source development demo planet PB. Why is he trying to do that? That was, oh, you know what? I think, hold on now. Let's come over here. You have Main and Jelly, and you guys are all good. Why is, oh, hold on. Did we change? Let's see. Are you over here? Hold on. We got to look at this. We really don't need this because he's already, that's one of the problems we're going to have for sure. And then I wonder if you're loading this. Let me see. Window planet. Okay, well, let's come look at our project. We're going to debug this as we go. Planet PB is there, which is where he's supposed to be. And you're here. So we know we got rid of one problem. Development, PB projects, GUI demo, Planet PB. I know where that's coming from. That is what we defined up here as what gets executed. And now we changed our main script, so we need to change this guy to say that. So we're going to run GB main now. So now let's run it again. And, oops, we got another error. Let's see, jelly button is not defined. Well, that makes good sense, doesn't it? So we come look over here. We include the view, and then we include the jelly button. So once again, we're bit by the thread of execution. This has to be loaded before it's used on the form. So putting those in a better order, we can now say run the code. And this time, lo and behold, we got a form. And if you notice, our atmosphere, the first item is selected, and the other four all four of them are listed when we do the drop down. So now to finish off this video, there's one other thing I want to point out and state regarding the GUI stuff we've done so far, and that is on the combo box. We've loaded the combo box. We've counted items, and then we did set gadget state. Set gadget state is an interesting command. It depends on what gadget you're setting the state of what it does. For example, on the combo box, the set gadget state selects the index of what is selected in the combo box. If you're in a list icon, it does the same thing. It sets the selected item. If you're in a list view, it does the same thing. It selects the item. If you're in a list icon gadget, it sets the image on the gadget. So if you're doing a splitter bar, then set gadget state sets the splitter between the two halves of the screen at a certain distance. So we said it's a set gadget state, and then you select the splitter bar and say 300, then that bar that divides is going to be 300 in on that one side, or top down, bottom up, however you've set your splitter. So set gadget state, it depends on what the gadget is that which identifies what that's going to do. And we're going to look at a few of those in this project. But that concludes this particular video here. There'll be numerous more to come. So thanks for your time.